Alright, let's go ask Papa. Let's ask Papa.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, if he plays the guitar, if he wants to be creative. I guess he's not good at it, though.
Let's just go through all the rest of these things that are going on with all the stuff with him that we don't. Yeah, third eye. That's a good one.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you?
Goebbels.
Our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Oh. These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And third eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
I haven't seen a single
His
chippy.
delivery is so good on all these lines. Keep going through all of these. Let's just figure out what
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't
Not
mind
the
me
hand
asking?
movement.
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's
tell you
a
you're
vestige
doing
of our
something
animal
wrong.
ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted.
What does that mean?
Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
What the fuck?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
Mean mugging. What about this CD?
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
Okay. What else we got?
Doll burning.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
Maybe if it might be one of those cases where the son is just like
Does
continuously
Ryan
fucking
play
up,
the guitar?
and this guy is like, I just let him do what he
Ryan
wants, but I
couldn't
keep having
get
to cover up
tune out
his
of a radio.
murders.
He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional.
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
Well, these days with AI, he'd be fine. Atlas auto hypnosis.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So
apparently-
how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
So, I'm also thinking, like, if that other guy was really good at guitar, are they trying to do some Satan shit where this guy is, like, trying to get, like, the skills of people he's murdering or something? You know? Like, did he
Do you
murder
know
that
if
guy to
Kate
try
had
to
lost
get better?
this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere.
No.
Okay, I just want to be really thorough with this guy. What were you saying, Boba?
What if they're murdering to get the skills of the people they murder?
Oh,
Because the last kid was good at guitar. So did the
What do
guy
you know
say,
about
if I
this?
sacrifice
It's a
him?
freedom necklace. It's
I
a
can
symbol
get
we
his
use
guitar.
sometimes on the course.
Your
Little
brain
bird
is-
in cage flying away.
That's what happens. They've done that in other
From
movies.
their past is the...
no.
What other movie has that happened?
This is
Did they
it.
get them when they joined the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh my
Not,
god.
for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present,
It
maybe
was
for
for
one of the
Emma.
students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
It was definitely for
Are they
Emma.
both fucking her?
Oh my god, please no. He bought a freedom next, but she didn't want it, so she gave it away
Mm-hmm.
to Kate.
Emma gave
Vine.
it to Kate.
But then maybe he saw Kate wearing it. What do you know about Simon's home?
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Like Emma.
Oh, please, Boba.
Well, he gave the necklace to her.
There's so much.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
Sounded like it
recognise
was a
it?
dig.
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Okay.
Uses the shop.
There's a lot of weird stuff here.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency
And when was that?
last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
I see. But it wasn't actually, was it? Because it was called Third Eye before that. The mirror?
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
Because your house is
So you
haunted.
have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No,
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
not at all. Strange question.
These are great. Great questions.
Okay.
We're really digging into him here. This is, it's best if we get all this out because
You know what this is, by any chance?
we
I
can
have
catch
no
him
idea.
in a
Gardening
lie.
isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca.
But you have a degree in
probably know.
blood
I presume
science.
You've met Rebecca.
Everyone
Yes,
says Rebecca.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind
I
of
see.
woman who
Well,
likes
this
to feel superior.
It is-
Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan.
What the
Oh
fuck
my
is
God.
Shame,
going
isn't
on?
it, that I'm in control.
she could have
of both of them.
overheard the argument and found out and killed her.
True. I think we've asked about everything. Shall we go back?
Yeah, I think there's one person we've not asked
That's
about.
all for the moment, thank you.
See, no one knew about it. It must be just right?
We haven't asked James, but I don't know what else James can contribute.
Good point. Let's find out if he says anything. Boink.
A few
You
more
never
questions, please. Thank you. Seen this before?
No, what is it?
Do you recognize it?
Should I?
Should I? He'll know about auto-hypnosis.
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah?
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying. Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Right.
Scrying? You can scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
After taking
When
shitloads
you're
of...
watching the water,
Ever heard of autofellatio?
you go into a trance.
You lose yourself in your unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep.
Oh my god.
'Cause
Oh
if you
my
go
god.
too deep, you start drowning. You get
Drowning.
dragged down to the bottom.
Jeez.
As long as
Jesus.
you stay swimming, come to the surface again.
I love this.
Then you
one.
wake up and see the world as it really is.
Oh my god, did they do that with the
Journey to a
music?
place
Did you
people
hear
talk
that?
about, but no one's ever seen. You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She
'Cause I
bought a
said
mirror.
drowning.
Sold her one last year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
Kate bought a mirror? Do you think about
What do you know
burning?
about doll burning?
What do you know about
Doll
doll
burning?
burning?
What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't.
Is that
mean
gonna be
anything
the
to
one
you.
where he's like, that's
Should it?
bollocks?
No, that's okay.
When he's the one that's into like all the occult stuff. I think we've asked about everything else already.
Okay.
Be back later on if that's okay.
Where do you want to go now?
Maybe, I guess we've asked Rebecca about a lot of stuff. Maybe back to...
Oh my god, I forgot about this. His hat. He knocks his hat off.
The DVD. That's all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of
Bald
evidence
under it.
behind, though.
Well, it was obviously the guy that did the fucking symbol on the tree. It looked just like him.
Monarch costumes. Who talked about those? The old man.
Yeah.
Go talk to the old man.
And it was about the shop. He said that his son went to the shop. Someone
Ask you a
just
couple more things, please.
put a bag over my head.
Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop.
No.
Is there someone else
You just told
who
us
works at
about
Atlas? Someone who may
the
have
shop.
been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner.
Oh my god, it was Ryan, because he said that
Comes
Ryan
at strange
liked going...
times, but then he's a strange boy.
The cleaner that's the
Work experience.
strange boy
As
doing
a
work
cleaner.
experience.
A work
Well, we did
experience.
try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
Alright, I'll ask him because he said the mask was from that place, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't know where the bag is from, but the mask is from that place.
Aha.
And Ryan
Do you
uses it.
visit Monarch Costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
You just
But you do know
lied.
the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
Typical.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
By a
Suggesting
mugger.
that I had something to do with your mugging.
Did you?
This was used to put over
You
my
really
head,
asked the
Paul.
most ridiculous
By a mugger.
questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
I don't think you fucking mugged me, you prick.
I didn't have
Like
anything
your
to do
son
with
did.
the mugging, Inspector, but I might know of somebody who did.
He's
Go
gonna
on.
blame
Did
James.
Ryan mention Jason to you as a cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site.
Maybe
So,
this guy doesn't want them doing
when
the
he
shit
saw
they're
you
doing.
take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back.
This
He
guy's
isn't
such a
exactly
son of a
what you'd call
bitch.
one of Darwin's best examples.
So he's
So
saying...
what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
You, it's
What
your
kind of stunt?
DVD.
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students. Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
Okay, I'm gonna ask
And
him.
when was this?
Last year sometime.
Last
At Third
year.
Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died. As it
Oh
happens.
my god.
Before you ask, no, I didn't steal from him.
I did
Do you
not.
think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal.
You're encouraging
Life
them to
is
break
shades
the
of grey,
law.
Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites. Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
I was gonna ask him. Oh my god.
Here's the
so-
problem with all of this, right? Like, basically, they're teaching this course that says you don't listen to your moral, don't have any moral qualms.
See, he
You have
was
to,
quick
in
enough
order to
claim he didn't
succeed.
steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway?
In order to
Liam
succeed in
dying later the
business,
same night? It's just
it is
all a
too
bit too
suspicious.
suspicious.
In order to succeed, you have to have no morals and no moral qualms, and also the laws are wrong and shouldn't apply. So that sort of leads to you thinking, oh, look, just commit crime. Like,
Yeah.
you need to kill someone to get ahead in business. That's what you have to do, and don't
'Cause-
feel guilty about
'cause
it.
guilt is a
It's like,
killer,
you know, this is like this is a terrible way to
Just a few more questions, if you don't
function.
mind.
Paul's theft stunt.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
And what did he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or women dressed as nurses. That's his usual fetish.
Is it because he's
When was
old?
the last party he threw?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
He's old, so he
Party in the summer. So,
needs
in his room, Ryan wastes money on guitar. Is there anything to do with this? No.
She is definitely involved in some way. I
Yeah.
think she might have even, I don't know, but she wants to protect her husband. She could easily be involved, but she just doesn't feel like.
Have you seen this before anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Not personally, but I think Ryan might have.
So we're thinking currently that the bag came from Ryan, was used by this Jason character, because he sort of admitted that it was Jason who got him the DVD back. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. So then I
Thank
wonder
you.
if we just
Probably
go
be
back
back later.
to this place.
But he finally admitted.
Because are they going to still be doing their stupid thing that they were doing? Or I guess, I wonder I can look in the kitchen and see if the cleaner is in the kitchen or something. Cleaning boy?
Maybe we should talk to Simon and Emma about the stunt and see if either of them were affected by it or know about it, because there was a contradiction with Emma before, wasn't there, that we were looking into. Do you remember?
There's no one going to be in here. Okay, they're still
So we
doing
can't
their-
talk to Ryan until we've gone through the other
They're
contradictions.
still doing their wankathon.
What was the thing we were worried about with Emma? What did we? Because we didn't believe her when she said.
Well, she's
That she
talking
didn't-
about
Ask about a few more
the...
things,
She
please.
said she didn't know Liam. But
What do
she
you
was in
know
the
about
band with
Paul
him.
Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Paul the slime.
Yes, I have.
He gave you the
What
necklace.
do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the
True,
courses?
That too.
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I
Jesus
didn't say
Christ.
anything.
So he
she
doesn't
was
know
at
you went
Third
to Third
Eye.
Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
I wonder...
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things, nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible, that's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
They just
Very interesting.
burn dolls and do stuff. It's definitely this one, by the way. It's she joined a Third Eye. Was it Third Eye when he pulled? Well, was it Third Eye when he pulled the stunt, which was means she was there at Liam's death, but she got up to Liam's death because she said she was on holiday again. She was never on holiday.
Oh yeah. This bitch.
That's her go-to.
I
lie.
wonder if she helped
witnessed
pull
Paul's
people.
money
I was
stealing
on
stunt,
holiday.
Is that right?
Yes?
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
No.
Quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night.
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Oh no! What did you do, Emma?
I killed him. I drowned him.
Liam killed himself because of me.
What?
Why?
Said his will
Liam
was
had
small.
a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he would.
Say it.
Mole,
Liam
mole.
killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
You mentioned his mole, and he died. And he
No,
killed-
he had
Emma,
a large.
I'm quite sure you
birthmark,
regret
probably.
what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
This could be
You
deflection.
can't tell Simon, please.
Christ, how many?
Simon doesn't need to
How
know.
long's the list of things we can't tell Simon? You went to his course before you've had a gift off of the guy. You're sleeping with some other guy. Like, what the fuck, woman?
9 o'clock. Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it.
I don't
blame the
think
Rams
so.
before I blame her.
Jesus
We talk to
Christ.
Simon, maybe.
We can't tell. Don't tell him anything.
I feel
Couple
like,
more
but she
questions,
could
if
be
that's okay.
lying that she's like, oh, that's what killed him is because I was mean to him, but really she actually killed him. You know what I mean? And she's just like, oh, it was because I was
Yes.
mean,
You know the shop?
so then he killed himself.
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
I feel like
Yeah.
she loops these
Yeah,
guys
something
in
like
and
that.
brings them in to get murdered, maybe. I don't know. It's theft stunt.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous.
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students.
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all
But so
pretend,
she
really.
still did do something that
It's
hurt
a bit
or
odd for a
offended
business
someone.
course.
It works, though.
Okay.
What's Emma's guilt?
We're not allowed to discuss
Oh
it.
right. Oh god.
Okay. Not allowed to hurt or offend
Let's see if we can
others.
go to Ryan now
That's it
because
for
he
the
should
time
have
being, thank you.
finished
It's
his
Wankathon.
wank session. Yeah, that's right. Should we have a quick break? It's 5 o'clock. It's time to stop, actually.
Whoa! What do you want to do then?
We are not. Well, we're probably about another hour from the end, so we should probably have a stop. we could carry on next week if you want.
Okay.
I think Lydia might be away next week anyway, so we can pick this up again.
We'll give her a little bit of time off. Do I press save game here?
Yes, save game. Try that.
Yes. Okay, save game 1. All right. We're locked in.
What do you think, gamers? What do you think?
like it.
What do you think, chat?
It's fun. I'm glad that you're like me, where if enough time has passed, since you've done something, then you don't remember what happened, so you can experience it
God,
again.
it's the worst. I think some of it I recall, like but I don't know who did it. I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I remember like bits. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the homebrew and stuff. It's really crazy that like I half remember.
That's how I feel
things.
sometimes too.
You know, like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, like the walking through the woods part, remembering that happened. Because
Yeah.
I remember we walked back and forth for ages before that triggered, because we were just using the map, I think, before. Do you know what I mean? So that never triggered, and so we couldn't progress. But yes, we're enjoying it. So thank you. This is such an old game now. It's like 10 years old, but it's like the kind of foundation of these FMV games that we love so much.
I like doing this too, because it's basically just point and click kind of stuff, and I love a good point and
It's
click.
kind of watching a movie as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? And like the acting is like
It's
so
fun.
bad in places that it's
Yeah.
just so funny.
And I think on purpose.
And also, like, I love these games where you can ask a ridiculous thing to
Yeah.
someone. You know,
Well, it's
so
like
funny.
it's like Grim Fandango and those sorts of things where you can use pretty much every object on everything,
Yeah, and
even though it's stupid, and people will still respond.
Are you
know
showing
what I
me
mean?
this?
Yeah.
It's great.